Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Yeah, today's session is concept building session. Very, very important. Please focus. So today I'm going to discuss what are the reasons to go for microservice architecture. Microservice is an architecture to develop certain kind of applications, boss. It is built on the top of web services, especially RESTful web services. Got it, guys? Yeah. Class content. I already prepared one document, guys. Let me share with you people. Okay. Yes, boss. Tell me, guys. Here, what is this? 615. Okay, 615. Here, where is that, guys? Yeah, Spring Cloud MS. Spring Cloud MS. Right, boss? Yeah. Yeah, Spring Cloud MS. Is my voice is audible? Is my voice is loud and clear? Is everything okay, guys? Letters are very small. 1 minute. Is there anything I can do? Voice is breaking. Check your network settings. From my side, no issue. Display resolution. So 125 means it will be more bigger, right? Check once, guys. Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Shall we move further? Display settings. 150 is recommended. Wait a minute. What is the number, guys? What is the number they are referring? 360, 1366 by 768. That will be very smaller, Babu. 1366 by this. I think this is better. Check, guys. I think this is better, guys. Everyone. Okay. Now listen. Yeah, listen. Yeah, Spring Cloud, guys, working with microservices. We are dealing with microservice. Listen, Spring Cloud is the module. Okay, that is not there to deal with AWS, Windows, Azure kind of cloud environment. Spring Cloud is a programming module which allows us to develop application by using microservice architecture. Got it, guys? Everyone understanding my statement? Okay. So far, the application that we are developing, knowingly, unknowingly, comes under monolithic application. Our Spring REST application, Spring MVC application, forget about Spring REST. Spring MVC application as a layered application we are developing now, they are what? Monolithic application. From there, we have SOA, Service Oriented Architecture application. And from there, we have got microservices application. From there, we have to deal with microservices application. Array, Spring MVC application as a layered application, monolithic. Spring REST applications are there, nas? Web services. They are what? Service-oriented architecture, guys. Especially SOAP-based web services, they come under service-oriented architecture. Got it? And microservice application is nothing but Spring Cloud, guys. The application which we develop by using Spring Cloud and Spring REST comes under what? Microservice application. This is our primary target. First, we will try to study various things related to monolithic application, boss. Shall we start concentrating, guys? Here, what is this? Okay, I think font is bit high, boss, now. Let me take 12 only. Spring MVC. Spring MVC applications. Next, web services. Next, web services application. Then what? Spring REST Plus. Spring REST Plus. Come on, guys. Spring REST Plus, Spring Cloud applications. Spring Cloud. Microservice is the architecture to develop the application, and Spring Cloud and Spring REST together will be used to develop microservice architecture application. Understanding my statement, guys? In Spring Boot, the microservice architecture application will be implemented with the support of Spring Cloud module and multiple other facilities. Generally, we don't prefer Spring Framework for microservice implementation. We prefer Spring Boot a lot in the angle of Spring Boot Cloud to implement microservices. Understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Okay. Got the clarity, guys? Super. Let's try to understand monolithic application. What is our first discussion, guys? Monolithic application. It's an application that packs multiple services as multiple modules into single unit. That single unit is nothing but WAR file or jar file. That single unit is nothing but WAR file or jar file. If needed, you may develop it as a ER file also. Got it? Okay. Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Please check your network bandwidth, guys. Please check your network bandwidth from my side. Am I audible, guys? Check your network bandwidth. Right. Now focus, guys. Focus. Monolithic application, guys. One application means one project containing multiple services as multiple modules inside the project or application. Got it? Yeah. The application that packs multiple services as multiple modules in a single unit, nothing but project, either as a WAR file or jar file or AR file, is called monolithic application or project, guys. Is definitely called what? Monolithic application or project. The one we are developing so far. Example, Spring Web MVC applications. Okay. Even Spring Boot applications also, guys. Spring Boot MVC applications. Right, guys. Tell me, guys. So far, Spring MVC application, Spring Data JP application, Spring Core application, whatever we developed are called monolithic application. Even Spring MVC with Spring Data JPR, ORM or JDBC that we have developed so far, except Spring Raft applications are called what? Monolithic application. I hope you convinced, my dear. Yeah, what is monolithic application looks, guys? Monolithic application or a project. Everything is packed into single var or jar or AR file. Are you noticing it? Service 1 or module 1, service 2 or module 2, service 3 or module 3, service 4 or module 4. Okay, all are there. Okay, all are there. All are packed into single var or jar or EAR. What is var means? Web application. Jar means either standalone application, non-web application, or standalone web application which uses embedded Tomcat server. Okay, EAR only jar plus var, or jar plus jar plus jar. EAR var plus var plus var. Understanding my statement, guys? EAR means Enterprise Application Archive. It is a combination of multiple vars or multiple jars or var and jar. Understanding my statement? Okay, here, 1 minute, here, most important. Here, multiple modules will be developed as multiple related packages in the project or application. Every module is not a separate application, boss. Your module is nothing but all related packages and classes together is called module. Okay. For example, you take this nareshit.com, flipkart.com banking application, nareshit.com monolithic application, admin service or module, batches module, accounts module, payroll module. At the end, all of them will be packed into single var or jar or AR or not. Understanding my point? Listen, all together will be there as a single unit. All together will be there as a single unit. Okay, what's the problem, guys? We cannot use each module or service, each module or service of the project independently. Understanding my statement? Independently. Okay. Either directly or in other projects. Is it possible, guys? Or in other projects. That means monolithic application maintain single code base, right? Single code base. Understanding my statement, guys? Single code base. All together is the single var or single jar or AR. Can I take our choice part and can I reuse, guys? No. No. If I do modification in one module or one service, it will affect other module and service or not. All are there in the same project or application. What do you say, guys? All are there in the form of single project or module or not. All are there in a single pack. So if I modify one line of one module, it may disturb other lines of other modules or not, because all of them belongs to single code base, right? Okay. Now listen. All 10 families of joint family staying in a single bungalow. A small disturbance in between one couple. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Small disturbance in one couple. Yeah, it will be disturbing whole Bangla or not? Because all are staying in the same family or same building or not? Though there are 10 families, since all are staying in a single building as a joint family, any disturbance in one couple or one family, it will disturb other families that are there in that building or not? Yeah, see guys, one module can be used in other module, guys. One module can be used on, there is an intercommunication between module. But can I use this module independently outside the project? Independently in other projects? No. We should use either all services or no services, right? Can I pick up only certain module and can I use in other projects? Though you are using certain service, but you are exposing whole services, right, boss? Array, 10 families are staying in a single building because that's a giant family, big family. Array, one family affected with corona. It will disturb all other family members in that Bangla or not? It will definitely disturb all other families that are there in that Bangla or not? Because building is same, code base is same. Now listen. Now EAR files are not popular because web service components are also coming as WAR files. When EasyAB was there, EAR files are bit popular to represent web application where EasyAB component jar together as EAR file. But now did we create any EAR file, guys, while dealing with web services? Either jar or WAR only, na? Either jar or WAR only we worked very well. Yes, na boss? We worked with jar or WAR a lot, right? I think now you got what is monolithic application, guys. And when EasyAB was there, EAR is popular. When EasyAB is outdated, EAR also gone, guys. Okay, now focus, concentrate. Now, let us discuss some serious terminology that is required for industry. That is required for industry. Come on, guys. That is also required for understanding various parameters of monolithic application, SOA application, and microservice application. Understanding my statement, guys? Super, boss. Okay. Whatever applications we developed so far, all the applications we developed so far, both web applications and standalone applications, come on, fall under monolithic application, guys. Monolithic application, except Spring REST applications. Except Spring REST application. Because Spring REST comes under web service, Babu. Except Spring REST applications. Right now, boss? Okay, Spring REST applications. Because they are web services based on what architecture? Consumer producer architecture, right, boss? Consumer producer architecture. I have prepared a lot of background, all these concepts long back, Babu. Build process, building the application. The process of keeping application ready for execution in certain environment is called build process. Let's build the application. What's the meaning of that, guys? Let's build the application. What's the meaning of that? When you start building the application, indirectly you are keeping everything ready that is required for executing application. Okay, what kind of thing? We'll develop .java file, helper classes, Okay, helper files like property file, XML files. Come on. Understanding my statement? We add jar files. We add a jar file. Later, we pack them into one where or not. So now that where or jar is ready for execution or not. The process of keeping the application ready for execution in certain environment is called build process. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. See, guys, .javas and .classes. We keep properties file ready. We keep other helper files ready. We keep libraries ready. Nothing but APIs, Babu. We pack all these things into either where or jar file. This process is called what? Build process. Right now, boss? This process is technically called build process. This process is technically called build process. Okay. For a few days, I'll be a bit slow, guys. I'm using Windows 11 features. So it takes time to habituate. In build process, development of source code, compilation of source code, development of helper classes, development of what, guys? Helper classes. Helper, like properties file, other file, adding API libraries and etc. operations will be there. At last, the where file or jar file will be created representing the whole project. Representing the whole project. I hope you convinced, my dear. Got the clarity? Every day we are keeping the project ready before running the application or not. That is nothing but building the application or not. Come on. Okay, guys. Yeah, next one. We can use note. We can use Maven, Gradle, and etc. tools to make this build process. Okay, process in simple manner. Process happening in simple manner. Simple manner. So these tools are called build tools. You know that now? Maven Gradle comes under which tools, guys? Build tools are not. They technically fall under which category? Build tools. What do you say, boss? Super. Okay. Next one. What is the difference between application or service or API? Okay. Forget about the points I have written there, guys. So first of all, tell me. Application and API. Application uses API, API uses application. First tell me that. Application uses the API, API uses application. Application uses API. In the development of application, we try to take the support of APIs or not. Nothing but libraries. Can you write core Java application, first application without using JDK APIs? Can you develop Spring REST application without using Jersey API, Spring REST APIs? Can you develop Servlet-based web application without using Servlet APIs? API is the base for the programmer to develop application or project by using any language or technology or framework. Language gives APIs, built-in APIs. Framework gives built-in APIs, technology gives built-in APIs. We use them as base in order to develop what? Our applications are not. That's why the outcome of API utilization is nothing but application. If you know how to use API effectively, that is nothing but application development or not. By using system class, string class, other classes of Java APIs, we are developing our core Java applications or not. By using various classes and interfaces of Servlet API, we are developing Servlet components, nothing but Java-based web application or not. Are you understanding my point? API is investment and application is the outcome of the investment, a result of the investment. Right now, boss? But how many types of APIs are there, guys? 3 types of APIs are there. Predefined APIs, user-defined APIs, and third-party APIs. Got it? I am not talking about REST API here. I am not talking about web services APIs here. I am talking about purely basic terminology API, nothing but application programming interface. Everyone getting my point, guys? Come on. REST API means REST components. They are different, boss. Actually, indirectly, they are also some ready-made APIs given for consumers, right? REST APIs also APIs given for consumers. Consumers will invoke those APIs to complete their operations or not. ICC score component API is given to what? Cricket website, cricket scoring website to get the score, to display the score or not. Yesterday, Actor API is helping consumer application to perform card operations on actors' data or not. To simply perform card operations on actors' data or not. Come on. They are also, REST API is also what? Providing base for the developers, nothing but consumer application developer to complete their activity or not. Paytm API, that means Paytm REST component, is providing base for what? E-commerce website for online payments or UPI payments or not. PayPal API is providing base or foundation for what? E-commerce website or other banking applications for what? Online payment system or not. API, application programming interface. It's the base for programmer to develop certain language or technology or framework application. In Java, API comes in the form of packages having classes, interfaces, enums, and annotations. These APIs will be released or available in the form of what, guys? jar files, nothing but libraries. 3 types of APIs: predefined, user-defined, third-party. But most important thing is this one. Application or service is the outcome of the build process, either in the form of jar file or var file, having certain task to perform. Certain task to perform. In the development of application or services, in certain language or technology framework, we take the support of APIs. Understanding my point? Okay, so final conclusion is what, guys? Application or service is equal to APIs plus build process. Got it, guys? APIs plus build process. Build process means what? Programmer writing is code, programmer writing is helper classes, programmer adding jar files. Come on. Okay, then packing them into single jar file or var file. So application or service is nothing but API plus build process, guys. The existing APIs or libraries can be used to create new APIs or libraries or projects or application or service. Okay, now listen, guys. Predefined APIs can be used to create user-defined APIs, can be used while creating third-party APIs, but same predefined APIs can be used to even create projects, applications, and services, guys. Project, applications, and services, guys. Come on. I want reply from you people. Listen. Servlet API you take. It is used to create servlet component. Programmer uses to develop the servlet component. But same servlet API is base for developing Spring MVC APIs. Same servlet API base for developing JSP APIs. You take JDBC API, guys. Programmer uses JDBC API to develop what? JDBC application. But same JDBC API is used to create JDBC driver software. Same JDBC API is used to create Spring JDBC. Spring JDBC APIs are used to create ORM frameworks like Hibernate. Come on. So that means API can be used to create other APIs or to develop the application. I hope this is registered in your brain. This is registered in brain or not? We can use Hibernate API directly to develop Hibernate persistence logic or application. But the Spring vendors have used the same Hibernate API to develop Spring ORM APIs and Spring Data JPA APIs. Spring Data JPA APIs. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay, guys. REST components or provider components are also behaves like APIs for consumers so that consumers can use them. So that, come on guys, consumers can use them in the development of consumer applications as required for the end users. Tell me guys, Flipkart uses Paytm APIs. Paytm, PayPal, and etc. APIs and etc. REST APIs, right guys? REST APIs are components for payment. I think at least now you convinced why server application of this RESTful web service is called API. Why? That is also providing base to develop the consumer application or not? That is also providing base to develop the consumer application or not? Convinced, my dear? Got the clarity? Initially, I only said that Java API is different, REST API is different. But if you observe technically, guys, normal APIs are helping to build the applications, right? REST APIs are helping to develop the consumer application. So basic motto of both APIs are same or not? Normal APIs are available locally. They will help us in application development, right? REST APIs will be there in remote places. They help us in what? Consumer applications development. Understanding my statement? Okay, guys. Normal Java APIs. Available with us locally. Available with us locally and helps us to develop different types of applications. Helps us to develop different types of applications. Next, guys, REST APIs. REST APIs. REST APIs available in remote location, remote places, okay, and helps us. Why this dot is coming whenever I press delete? Function key dot still coming, right? Why dot is coming? Fine. Available in remote place, and helps us to develop different types of consumer applications. Fine. I think now you understood why they are called REST API, because these are also providing base or not. Paytm API is providing base for e-commerce website for UPI payment. PayPal API is providing base for e-commerce website for what? Online net banking payment or card payment, right? JAR file purpose will change context to context. JAR represents APIs. JAR represents JDBC driver. JAR represents JAR standalone web application. JAR represent EasyAB component. JAR represent web application, but in the form of WAR file. JAR represents standalone application or project. And there are multiple angles for JAR or not. There are multiple angles for JAR or not. Come on. So JAR is having multiple angles. What do you say, guys? The JAR meaning will change context to context. You cannot say JAR is only one angle is there. For JAR, multiple angles are there. I hope you understood, guys. Super. Yeah, all these are the discussions related to build process. Then what is there, guys? Deployment or installation. Array, build is ready. That means project is ready through build process. That means WAR is ready or JAR is ready. Then later what we have to do, guys? We have to install it or not. Nowadays, RESTful web service or MVC application, both are coming as a WAR and JAR file, so they can be deployed in web servers and application servers or not. That is called deployment or installation, guys. The process of keeping web application in the server, either that is running or later started, is called deployment. Sometimes we first deploy, then we start the server. Sometimes we start the server, then deployment, right? Okay. Actually, there is terminology also. Hot and cold deployment, right? What is hot deployment, guys? Deploying the application, web application, when the server is in running mode. Server is in running mode, right, boss? Okay. Server is in running mode. Next, cold deployment. Deploying the web application when server is in stopped mode. Server is in stopped mode. Everyone getting my point? See the name, right? In the name only meaning is there. In the name only meaning is there. What do you say, guys? Super, guys. Tell me. In the development or testing environment, deployment takes place in what? Local servers of software companies, right? Local servers of software company. Are you listening my statement, guys? In every local servers of software company or cloud accounts. Nowadays, companies also, while the time of development also, people are using cloud. People are using cloud. Come on. I already said that statement, right? In UAT and production, the deployment takes place in the client organization servers or client organization's cloud account. But here what account, guys? Company cloud account. Local servers of software companies or software company cloud account. Everyone getting my point, guys? Software company cloud account. I hope you got the clarity, guys. At the time of development, if you want to use cloud, that is software company cloud account. Who will purchase that cloud account? Software company, right? After deployment, once project is released, who has to purchase cloud account? Client organization has to purchase cloud account, right? But nowadays, development, production, both are happening in the cloud only. That's the reason day to day AWS popularity is increasing, DevOps popularity is increasing. To deal with that DevOps environment, to deal with that cloud environment, we need a lot of supporting tools. And that supporting tools is nothing but what is that, guys? Yeah, we have to use DevOps tools, especially Jenkins, Docker, CI/CD tools, nothing but Jenkins, right? Docker, these two are main. And we need to have Kubernetes, Ansible, all these are bridge between what, guys? All these are seriously bridge between development and deployment, right? Development and deployment. If you want to encourage cloud, okay, you should also encourage DevOps. Okay, guys. Everyone getting my point there, guys? Come on. See, boss, Docker, Jenkins, all these are part of DevOps, boss. If I give also, I can give only awareness because our main focus is on application development. You are looking for depth knowledge of Docker, Jenkins, definitely you have to go for what? Separate DevOps course. I will teach, but I will teach only programmer perspective. But if you want to get dedicated knowledge, definitely what? Separate DevOps is required, guys. Right, boss? Okay, guys. Now listen carefully. How build process takes place in real-time companies using Maven Gradle tool in combination with Jenkins CI/CD configuration, Jenkins CI/CD configuration plus Docker. This is minimum, guys. If it is high-end environment, okay, even Ansible and Kubernetes also comes into picture. This is minimum setup. Maven Gradle tool, this is for purely development and to keep the project ready. Jenkins is what purpose, whenever you build, changes will be there. Those changes will go to automatically to what? Those changes will be taken automatically. Build process takes place. Okay, build process takes place and testing kind of things will take place, guys, and deployment takes place. Understanding my statement? Continuous configuration. Continuous. Okay. Are Mavenar Gradle, are oblique symbol, Payal madam. Should I teach oblique means R means not both ra babu. R either Maven or Gradle in combination with Jenkins CI/CD. Continuous integration, continuous deployment. Plus Docker. Plus Docker. I will tell what is the purpose of Docker in a moment. Don't worry about it. Yeah, where was, if it is a big project and you are dealing with cloud environment kind of thing. Super guys. How do you pack a service or project in single unit? Having entire environment. Are not just code ra, not just code ra, Babu. Understanding my point? I want to have entire environment in the project. OS, Tomcat software, Tomcat, database image, database image. Then we have to go for what is that? Image creations, boss. For that image creation, Docker is required. Docker is required. Only code packing. Where are jar file? Environment packing. Listen carefully. Environment packing. Docker image. Code will be there. Server will be there. Database will be there. OS will be there. N number of things will be there. So that environment will be packaged. Someone asked what is Docker image or what is Docker image. At least now you got idea, boss. At least you got idea, boss. Come on. Some people might be using, but they need to understand with clarity, Ra Babu. They need to understand with clarity. Okay, guys. Yeah, Docker image gives environment packing, boss. Not only code, environment will be packed. Understanding my statement? Okay. Right, guys. Array. Now listen. Actually, using Maven Gradle development happens, right? Okay. Array, see, I will give developer angle knowledge of Jenkins and Docker. But if you are looking for complete knowledge, you have to learn DevOps. DevOps is required in art because that itself is a separate course. Got it? But we will learn Jenkins and Docker, no doubt. But only developer angle I will going to teach. Understanding my statement, guys? Super. Yeah, you can learn DevOps parallelly, no problem. You can learn DevOps parallelly with this. Okay, guys. Are you listening my statement, guys? Now listen. How does it looks? How does it looks, guys? This is what we use IDE plus Maven or Gradle, right? Maven or Gradle. Okay. Right. IDE plus Maven or Gradle. Okay, guys. Now tell me here. They continuously give code now, boss. They continuously give code. That code we give to what? Jenkins. That code we give to what? Jenkins. Any change happened, it automatically take the changes, Rababu. Jenkins CI/CD. CI/CD. Okay. Right, guys. That gives basic verify. But later, we convert that one into Docker image, guys. What, guys? Docker. Okay. Basic verify. From that what? Environment. This is basic code packaging, boss. Code packaging. Here what we do? Code packing. Later what we do? Environment packing we do. Environment packing. So environment packing means which is required for Docker image. Sir, what is the role of this Jenkins, sir? Jenkins is there. Whenever any changes happen, instead of we preparing manually the WAR file, instead of we taking manually changes, this will take continuously those changes. Continuously testing will be done. Come on, guys. Continuously it will update the WAR file. And that WAR file will be given to Docker for that code packing. What will be added? Environment packing also will be added. I hope you are understanding my statement, guys. Okay, on 1 minute. Urgently watch this tool. One video I prepared, guys. Very useful video I prepared. 1 minute. Okay, tools in real time. Tools in real time. Tools in real time. Tools used in modern deployment, right now? Tools used in modern deployment. One is there now. Please watch this video. There I have given total clarity about entire process, Rabab. Okay, watch this video. Total story of DevOps I talked. Tools used in real time. Yeah, I'm pasting the link, guys. Okay. Yeah, someone is asking, sir, after completion of development, only deployment takes. Array, patch by patch releases will be there. Patch by patch updations will be there. Okay, array first, so certain module is completed, that will be released. One sprint work is completed, that will be released. Another sprint is completed, that will be released, right? Continuously new things will be added on the top of existing thing or not? Who is the fellow talking about still waterfall model? Who is the fellow still talking about waterfall model? Come to Jira model, Agile Jira model. Okay. Just click on the link. See, from my laptop, I'm able to do everything. I don't know what's happening from your side. Acha, 1 minute. Did you install Zoom app or are you opening Zoom application through browser? First check that. If possible, install Zoom app. If possible, install Zoom app. So one final diagram will come. Final diagram will be there. Check it out. See, this is the final diagram. Check it out. From starting to ending, I have given. Starting to ending. Kubernetes role, Ansible role. Lot of things are there, guys. You please watch. It's a very worthy session. Very worthy session. End-to-end tools involvement I have given that one. Okay. Shall we move to next discussion, guys? Okay, guys, let me say one thing. You should not open Zoom through browser. Install Zoom app as exe file, as a setup file. There we are not getting any problem through copy paste. There we are not getting any problem copy paste. If you open Zoom through, okay. Okay. If possible, check this once. Check this help once. Why we are not able to copy? Why we are not able to copy? Come on. Some settings disturbance, guys. Some settings disturbance. Yeah, check it out, guys. Let it be, let it be. Shall we move to the next discussion, guys? Okay, I'll give one small shortcut. Click on the hyperlink. It will open in the browser. Copy from the browser. Okay. Check it out, guys. Service instance or application instance or instance, guys. Okay, this is very important. Listen, microservice is popular because of this one only. Okay, everyone please concentrate, guys. I developed one web application. Everyone concentrate. I developed one web application, maybe as WAR file or jar file. Okay. I deployed in one server. It is getting 20 requests. I deployed same application in another server. That is also getting 20 requests. Now tell me, guys, same application is giving service to end users from two different places. That means I have two instances of same application now, boss. That means I have two instances of same application now, boss. Okay, now listen. Less customer in the supermarket. They open one billing counter, right? More customers have come. They open 4 or 5 billing counters. So if you think billing is the service, one person is doing that job, one instance. 10 people are doing that job, 10 instances. Come on, guys. Your web application is a application. If you deploy one time in one server, one instance. If you deploy multiple time in same server or different servers, different instances. Because all are same thing, giving the same service. Come on. But they are different applications of same type or not. Different copies of same application or not. Or I will make your life very simple, Rabab. WebLogic. Listen. WebLogic software. In that we can create 2-3 domains. Glassfish software. We can create 2-3 domains. Each domain is called one instance. Why all these things, Rabab? Your application is like Java class. Your application instance is like Java object. For one class, how many objects we can create, guys? Any number of objects. Application development happens one time. Packing happens one time. But if that packed var or jar deployed once and all requests going to that one copy, one deployment, so there is one instance only. Deployed in multiple servers or same servers, okay. But different requests are going to different deployments. Then I can say there are multiple instances or not. I can say multiple instances or not. Sir, why do you go for multiple instances, sir? I am happy with a single instance now, boss. Array, we go for multiple instances to perform load balance, ra, babu. Array, one counter is open, 200 customers are ready for payment in billing counter. Burden on the burden will be increased or not? Burden will be increased or not? Come on. A cluster is also related discussion of what? instance only. Concentrate. So then they will open multiple billing counters. That means multiple instances of billing counter is created, so that burden on each billing counter will be reduced. Understanding? That means indirectly load balance is taking place now, boss. Indirectly load balance is taking place or not? Different services will run on different port numbers. Though application is same, but they will try to run on different ports. No doubt in that. For that one, we need a separate load balancer. One load balancer take all the requests. It will send different requests to different instances of the same application, so that no single instance will get the more work. All instances will get equal work, right? Yeah. But if you take multiple instances, that is not sufficient, Babu. You should arrange one load balancer, right? Then only, though different instances of same application running on different port numbers of different servers, okay, this load balancer will take care of what? Sending different requests to different instances of same application. Okay, first concentrate on, boss. Concentrate. We'll get a lot of new terminologies one by one. A running application inside the server giving services to clients, either for end user or for other application, is called service instance or application instance. Abhi, can you concentrate? Can you concentrate? One by one I will come. I don't come to according to your order. I will teach in the order I want. First concentrate. Each copy of application that is deployed in server successfully to render services for client is called service instance. Service instance or application. Application or project is like class. Each deployed application or project giving services to client is like what? Instance. One class have multiple instances. Similarly, one project can be deployed in multiple servers. That means can have multiple instances or service instances. Clear, guys? Convinced, guys? Naresh IT web application. Completed development and testing. NIT.where is there. NIT.where deployed in web server 1, application server 1, which is nothing but Tomcat server, right? Which is instance 1 of application. Okay, this is taking few requests. Same application is deployed on WebLogic, right? Same application is deployed on WebLogic. That is called instance 2 of the application. That is called instance 2 of the application. Yeah, you may ask me one question. How does it know this browser request should go to this one only, this browser request should go to this one only? For that one, we need to arrange load balancer. Right now, I have not highlighted it. I will introduce load balancer at right time. Don't worry about it. Between client and these two web application, okay, there will be something called what? Load balancer. Still, I have not highlighted. Right now, I'm highlighting what is instance only. What is instance only? Same application you deployed 10 times in 10 different servers of same mission or different mission, or 10 different domain server of same server and same mission or different mission. So we can say 10 instances are ready or not. We can deploy multiple instances or service instances of the one application or project, either in same server or in different servers of same mission or different mission. Not compulsory, you should take different missions, guys. You can have same mission also, right? You can have same. We can have same server also. We can take different domains of same server also. Possibility is there or not there. In every server, we can specify maximum request that can service, that each service can allow. In most of the servers, this max request count is 200 by default. In Spring MVC, Spring REST application, we can change or control this max request count using following properties of application.properties file. Understanding my statement, guys? server.tomcat.threadsmax 150, default is 200. Server.jetty.threadsmax 300, default is 200. Clear, guys? Sir, why we need multiple instances? Because we kept one restriction at a time how much request each service instance can take. If limit is crossed, what happen? If no load balancer, nothing, next request will wait continuously. If load balancer is there, next request will not go to already server, it will go to next instance. It will go to next instance. Got it, guys? Are you understanding my statement? Can a server can handle more than 200 requests? Or increase this count to 1,000 requests also it can handle. Increase this count to 10,000, right? It can handle 10,000 requests. By default, it is designed to handle 200 requests. That count can be increased or decreased as needed, right? Manoj Panda, you are not focusing, Ra Babu. Humble request, boss. When I'm building the concept, my humble request is don't listen off, don't assume off. Listen completely, then analyze. Right, boss. Tell me, what is next? Load count or current count? Load. The number of requests that are currently under processing by service instance is called load count or current load. If application one instance is currently processing 10 requests, then load count is what? 10. Then load factor, guys. All these are terminologies. Load factor. It is current load by max load. Load factor is equal to current load by max load. Okay, now listen, guys. If application instance max load is 150, currently 60 requests are under processing. What is next, boss? 60 by 150. 60 by 150. Got it, my dear? 60 by 160. 150. You will get one number. You will get one number between 0 to 1. You will get one number between 0 to 1. See, guys, if application with respect to server, if application stands with respect to server, max load is 150 and that application instance is processing only 100 requests currently, then 100 by 150 is the load factor. What is that? 0.66. Load factor is always greater than 0, less than 1. Greater than 0, less than 1. Got it, guys? Sir, what do you mean by max load? Max request that server can take each instance of the application at a time. We can specify using server settings or using application.properties while working with what? Embedded servers or what? Spring Boot. Sir, if I'm using external server, where should I mention? In Tomcat, we have server.xml, boss. In Tomcat, we have a server.xml. There you can mention max count. There you can mention max count. Okay, you want to see that? Microservice architecture is given by keeping large scale projects in mind, Rabba. What, guys? Large scale projects in mind. That's why I have to consider all the things. There in microservice architecture, code execution output is not the primary criteria. Availability of the services in any given situation, less downtime, performance, these things matters, Rabba. That's why I'm shouting this much on these concepts. Got it? It's not just like a developing application getting output. Especially in classroom environment, you never feel, is there any need of microservice? You will get that kind of feeling. But think about real environment. Then you will understand importance of the microservice. But still I'm explaining what, guys? Monolithic only. Monolithic only. I take my own time to introduce one by one. I don't want to say everything is over in single day, right? Yeah. Connection timeout. Are max number will be there where Babu? Max will be there somewhere Babu. Somewhere max will be there. Check it out. See guys, by default 200. If you want, you can change to this. By default, it is a commented. Connector can use shared is good. You can define one more named connector use. How many threads can be created at a time? 150 it is showing. 150, but default is 200. If you want, you can increase or decrease that. Are you with me, guys? Come on. I think everyone got the clarity about load factor. What is current load? How many requests that instance is currently processing? What is max load? How many requests that instance can handle at a time? Max it can handle. Current load, how many currently it is processing? What is load factor? Current load by max load. Got it? Okay, guys. Next. Wait, Rababu, wait. Load balancer uses load factor as the reason to tell the instance, to choose the instance. Understanding my statement, guys? Load balancer component uses load factor as the criteria before deciding the instance to give the service, to give the request, Understanding my statement? Array 10 billing counters are there. Okay. In front of each billing counter, customers are waiting. Before joining in any counter, you will use your common sense. Huh? What is that common sense? What is that common sense? In which line less customers are there, you will go and join in that line or not? Yes or no? That kind of work will be done by load balancer. That kind of work will be done by load balancer. Or let us assume that supermarket has kept one employee to tell to customer, hey customer, go to this line, go to this line, go to this line. Understanding my statement, guys? Go to this line, go. That fellow is load balancer or not? Based on which parameter we will take the decision, guys? Based on which parameter we will take the decision? We will take the decision based on load factor only, na? Fine, I will introduce load factor at right time. Okay, you are that much worried, listen carefully. Then listen. Yeah, this is web server or application server. Multiple instances are there. Every instance is having ID. Instance 1, instance 2, instance 3. Client is giving request 1. This is load balancer. HTTP load balancer, many other load balancers are there. Instance 1 load 80 by 150, 1133, 90 by 150, 1144, 100 by 150. This instance current load is 100. This instance current load is 90. This instance current load is 80. When new request comes, guys, where the request goes, tell me. Where the request goes, tell me. To the first instance or not? Who is taking care of that responsibility? Load balancer server or not? Who is taking care of that responsibility, Rababu? Load balancer server is taking care of that point or not? Suppose here one, yeah, no problem. Let us assume I have taken to 150. I have taken this max capacity as 150. Think in that angle, what is there in that? Okay, client 2 has given request. Tell me this request will go to which one? 80 becomes 81 because of client 1. But still 81 is a less load factor compared to other instances or not. So second client request also go to 1122 or not. That means that is nothing but one algorithm, Babu, nothing else. Load balancer uses one beautiful algorithm based on what? Load factor. When new request comes, it will check how many instances are there currently. 3 are there. How many? What is their load factor? Something. No, not round robin. Not round robin. Not round robin. Come on. Okay. Abhi madam, Abhi sir, if 80 by 120 is there, what happens, sir? That you can, not this number, go by percentage, load factor calculation, then decide on which less load factor is there, that will get the high priority. On which more load factor is there, that will get the least priority. I'm not going by this number, I'm going out of calculation. What number comes, that one. Suppose 80 by 120, 90 by 200, 100 by 300. So when you calculate, you will get some number, 0 point something, which is having a less number, that will get this one. Acha. Shabnaz Hussain, Shabash Ra Babu, Shabash. You asked a great question. Question of the day, This indicates how you are focusing the subject. Everyone look at the Shabnaz question. What is 80 is asking now. That is current load, Naina. Shabnaz, this indicates you are not at all focusing in the classroom. Why are you wasting my time and others' time, Babu? Few minutes back only I discussed it, Naina. Few minutes back only I discussed that. Okay, guys. Currently handling 80th request, currently handling 90th request, currently having 100th request. That means all 80 active requests are there, 90 active requests are there, 100 active requests are there. Come on, muddy fellow. Still celebrating Bakrid? Or yesterday chicken mutton is not digested, my dear? Muddy fellow. Yeah. A microservice is full of dealing with this load balancer. Okay. Yeah. Now listen. These are the various load balancers that are there in the market. HA proxy, Nginx proxy, okay, Mode Athena, Varnisa, Balance, LVS, different load balancers are there for different things. Are you understanding my statement, guys? If needed, we can ask to create one more instance also, Rabo. Suppose all are filled up, we can ask to create one more instance. Load balancer is even capable of what? Creating an instance by having special facilities. Understanding my statement? It is not a small discussion. Today you try to understand what is what. Let me get into the subject. Right. Load balancer is nowhere related to AWS, Babu. Load balancer is there everywhere. Concept is very common. I think you got some clarity, boss. Yeah, remaining concepts I will talk later. Still, I have not completed monolithic applications discussion. I will teach drawbacks of monolithic. Next, drawbacks of what? SOA. Then I will introduce microservice. I take time to launch microservices. Because I don't want to see my student learning microservice without knowing what is the purpose of microservice. Got it, guys? Thank you. Have a nice time. Yeah, yesterday's project, I will give, guys. Okay. After this module, you can write Spring Cloud microservices in your resume. Okay, Windows 11, I'm very much newer. Still take, it's more or less same as Windows 10. Right. Thank you. Have a nice. I'll share the notes, don't worry. We'll meet tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Have a nice time.